Good grief, football fans. Can you believe the audacity? Just when you think the free agency dust has settled, we're here to unravel a saga of inconsistency, potential redemption, and the never-ending quest for defensive dominance. Today, we're diving deep into the curious case of Justin Simmons, a name that once echoed with consistency and bone-jarring hits, now searching for his next act. And let me tell you, the potential landing spots? Some of them will make you scratch your head, while others, well, they just make too much sense. The enigma of Justin Simmons. From Broncos star to free agent wanderer. For 8 glorious years, Justin Simmons was the bedrock of the Denver Broncos defense. A true model of consistency, he carved out a reputation as one of the hardest-hitting safeties in the league since the legendary Cam Chancellor hung up his cleats. With an impressive 603 tackles and 30 interceptions, he was a coverage maestro, a run-stuffing force, and a versatile chess piece who could be deployed across the entire defense. He was, in short, a game-changer. But, as they say, all good things must come to an end. Simmons' tenure in Denver concluded, and he found himself donning a Falcons uniform last year. While he put up a solid stat line with 62 tackles and 2 interceptions, the whispers began. His performance, by PFF's metrics, dipped to a 59.8 grade, a noticeable drop from the 70s and 80s he consistently posted with the Broncos. It seems even the most consistent stars can't escape the inevitable grip of father time, or perhaps the changing tides of defensive schemes. Now, before you shed a tear for the man, understand this. While he might not be the all-encompassing defense-anchoring safety he once was, Simmons is still a valuable asset. He can be a complementary piece, a seasoned veteran who brings experience and a high football IQ to a secondary in need of reinforcement. And here's the kicker. His experience in a Vic Fangio-style defense, which is all the rage in the NFL right now, significantly broadens his potential landing spots. Teams are clamoring for players who understand that system, and Simmons fits the bill perfectly. Remember, this is a guy who was a third-round draft pick out of Boston College in 2016. He played out his rookie deal, got hit with the franchise tag twice by the Broncos before signing a hefty 4-year, $61 million extension in 2021. He was due a cool $14.5 million base salary in 2024 before Denver cut him in February. Then Atlanta swooped in with a 1-year, $8 million deal for the 2024 season, where he tallied 62 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions, and 7 passes defensed in 16 games. He even made our very own list of the NFL's top 100 available free agents. So where could he land next? Let's break down the contenders, and trust me, some of these scenarios are just too good to ignore. Buffalo Bills. A desperate need in the secondary? The Buffalo Bills have been busy bees this offseason, revamping their defense with a fervor. After a season where Josh Allen delivered an MVP-worthy performance, but the defense, frankly, didn't quite hold up its end of the bargain, Buffalo knew it needed more firepower on that side of the ball. They swapped out Von Miller for Joey Bosa in free agency, a clear upgrade there. And then they hit the draft, picking up CB Maxwell Hairston, DTTJ Sanders, and DT Deone Walker to fortify key areas of the roster. Hairston might need a bit of a grace period to become a quality starter, but the upside is undeniably there. However, and this is a big however, safety remains a glaring question mark. Last season, the trio of Damar Hamlin, Taylor Rapp, and Cole Bishop formed one of the league's worst safety groups. Hamlin and Bishop were both outside the top 80 safeties in PFF grades, while Rapp, the highest rated of the bunch, only managed a 57.7 grade, ranking him a dismal 75th overall. If the Bills' defense wants to take that crucial next step this year, they desperately need better play from their secondary. And here's where Justin Simmons enters the chat. Even coming off a down year, he would instantly be the best safety on the Bills roster. Buffalo has been on a mission to rejuvenate their defense over the past year, but they still need production from these younger players. Simmons wouldn't demand a massive financial commitment. He'd likely be available on a 1-year deal. The Bills could plug him in as a starter for this year and let him walk next year with relative ease. It's a low-risk, high-reward move that could stabilize a shaky position group. The question isn't if they should consider him, but why haven't they already? Are they truly comfortable with that safety rotation? I'm genuinely perplexed. Minnesota Vikings, the Brian Flores three-safety scheme. Now, let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings and their defensive coordinator, Brian Flores. The man is a maestro, a tactical genius known for his exotic blitz packages and his penchant for leaving his cornerbacks on an island in one-on-one matchups. But one of his more understated trademarks in Minnesota is his willingness, even his propensity, to roll with three safeties on the field. Last year, Harrison Smith, Cameron Bynum, and Josh Metellus were frequently on the field together, routinely creating confusion and forcing turnovers. It was a beautiful symphony of chaos. Here's the rub. Cameron Bynum is now in Indianapolis, and the Vikings haven't exactly done anything to replace him. Theo Jackson is currently projected as the third safety, and he's barely seen the field since entering the league in 2022. So, if Flores wants to continue unleashing his formidable three safety alignments, he's either going to have to count on Jackson to have a breakout season, a monumental ask, or he could bring in Justin Simmons to fill that crucial third safety role. This, my friends, is an ideal landing spot for Simmons, especially as he enters the twilight stages of his career. He wouldn't be asked to do too much or be the linchpin of the defense. His hard-hitting tendencies and ball-hawking instincts are a perfect match for Flores' aggressive scheme and this Minnesota defense. It's a match made in heaven, a perfect fit. It's almost too obvious, isn't it? One has to wonder what Flores is waiting for. Cincinnati Bengals, a defense in desperate need of stability. Finally, let's turn our attention to the Cincinnati Bengals. Last year, despite Joe Burrow's MVP caliber numbers, the defense was, quite frankly, a disappointment. Losing close games became a frustratingly common occurrence for Cincinnati, and despite Burrow and the offense's weekly heroics, the overall subpar defensive performance kept them from being serious contenders. It was a heartbreaking sight for Bengals fans. Cincinnati has taken some steps this offseason to address their defensive woes. They drafted E.D. Shamar Stewart in the first round, adding more juice to their defensive line's pass rush. Demetrius Knight Jr. and Barrett Carter could be the future at linebacker, with Knight potentially finding his way into a starting role as a rookie. But there's one area of the defense they haven't adequately addressed, the secondary. While Daxton Hill's recovery will help create space for the cornerbacks, the safety positions remain unchanged from last year, and that's a problem. In 2024 free agency, the Bengals signed Geno Stone from the Ravens as one of their major offseason acquisitions. It did not go as planned. Stone struggled, posting a 53.1 PFF grade, ranking him a dismal 83rd among safeties. Their other starter, Jordan Battle, also had a 53.1 PFF grade, placing him 82nd. Right now, Trey Hendrickson's contract situation is Cincinnati's top priority, and rightly so. But improving the safety position absolutely must be on their to-do list. Even if you anticipate a bounce-back season from Stone, depth and competition at safety are essential. Simmons could step in and be expected to take over Battle's spot. Even if he doesn't, he would provide critical depth and push both Stone and Battle in practice. He's a veteran who understands what it takes to succeed at the highest level, and his presence could elevate the entire safety room. Do the Bengals really want to go into another season with the same struggling safety tandem? It feels like they're just inviting more heartache. So what do you think, football faithful? Which of these potential landing spots makes the most sense for Justin Simmons? Or do you see a dark horse team swooping in for his services? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown insightful, smash that like button. Your feedback keeps us in the game.